Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be an updated what's in my makeup bag. So I have my makeup bag here. I haven't done one of these videos in maybe a couple years, but I feel like they're really fun to watch, and my collection has definitely changed over the years. I feel like I've condensed my makeup a lot, and basically everything that I have fits into this one makeup bag. I used to kind of do the whole like display on my vanity with the acrylic containers and then just like used a makeup bag for travel, but I really wanted to eliminate a lot of my makeup and get rid of some things just to kind of keep everything minimal and just use my everyday products day to day. So I'm going to go through everything in my makeup bag, all my favorite products, things I use every single day. There's definitely some things in here that I don't use every day because again, everything I have I just hold in here. So I do have a couple things that are kind of not used as much, but also of course my basics are all in here as well, but I have to keep them somewhere, so everything is, like I said, in this bag. So this is a look at my makeup bag. I really like it. I was using a different one for a while, but I wanted something again a little bit bigger, something that could keep everything in one place. The brand is Joan and David, and I think I found it at Marshalls or TJ Maxx. But they always have really good options, and I love the color. I love that there's different kind of zippers, compartments, and you'll see on the inside there's a lot of different pockets and different places to put things. It's actually like the same color as my shirt, obviously, the beige nude color scheme. So as you can see, there's just like double zippers around the top, and there's a zipper on this front section. When you open the bag, there's also a top zipper portion where I keep all of my brushes, and when I had everything on a tabletop, I had like cups with my brushes in them, but this works just as well, and again, it keeps everything in one place. I love that whenever I go traveling, I don't have to like pack a makeup bag. I can just grab this because everything's already in there. So it's worked out really well, and I love everything I have. Again, I use it pretty much all the time. Inside it here, like I said, I have all my brushes. I'm probably not going to take all of these out, but essentially when I go do my makeup, I kind of just take them all out anyways, and I set them on my vanity. So I have eye brushes, face brushes, everything in here. I don't know if you can kind of see a quick look at the inside of my bag. I kind of have palettes and some flat things laying on top, and on the sides there's different like pocket compartments for things. I also usually keep my beauty blender in there, but I just used it so it's damp, so I'm letting it dry out a little bit. So I'm just going to keep it right here and kind of pull everything out one by one. First is my Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette by Morphe. I use this regularly as more like a mirror, like a compact when I am doing my makeup. I do use it quite a bit though. One thing I do at home is I take out my like big eyeshadow palette, which I'll show you really quick. I won't always travel with these, but I do take one out every day. If I'm on the go, I usually will use the eyeshadow in here. So my most used eyeshadow palette is Morphe 350, a classic. As you'll see, I have honestly some pretty old makeup in here. I don't super believe in makeup expiring. Like, of course, some things I won't hold on to for too long, but especially eyeshadow, I feel you can use forever. And I love this palette, circa 2016. It's held up since then. I haven't run out of really any colors. This one broke, so that's why that one's missing. Yeah, I use this pretty much every day. The perfect warm tones, shimmers, solids. Can't go wrong with this palette. I also have the original Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. This one I used for a while, but it definitely has some more of the like funky colors that I don't always get into. But this is definitely my backup if I want to use any of those warm shades. I just usually reach for the 350 more often. And I also have the 35T, and I used this a lot in high school. Definitely when I was more into like the cool toned eyeshadow. I'm usually reaching for warmer, but I can definitely use a lot of these colors if I ever wanted to. So I barely ever buy eyeshadow, and I don't have any more in here really besides this, just because that's obviously going to last me forever and it has everything I need. But again, when I do want to use something on the go, or if I'm just touching up really quick, I like to use this palette. Love these colors. I have kind of like a messed up like eyelash case container, just that had like a set of Ardell Wispies, and I've just kept like ones that I've reused a couple times and ones I've cut just for the edges. So I've just been storing them in here because I have it, and it fits on the top when I put everything away. On the front pocket, I keep I have like a MAC lash container with another set, and also 2 eyelash glues. I use the Duo like every day, and I have this old like Kiss strip lash adhesive that I just keep in there in case I need a backup. And then after taking out those palettes, you can see I have a lot of my face products in the middle, and then I have some lips over here, some concealers, mascaras, some extra lip products in the back. So starting in the center with some of my face products, I have a few like CC creams and tinted moisturizers. This one is the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. This is pretty much almost empty. I use it pretty often, almost every day, especially if I'm going to work. I usually do a CC cream instead of like full foundation. It's a little bit dark for me too, but definitely love that one. I've also been using the Morphe Glow Stunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. I've been either mixing it with that one, or now that I'm running out, I've been using this more often. And I actually just picked up the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I've always heard great things about this, and it's just another backup for when those run out. So I love using those on the day-to-day basis, more lightweight coverage. But I do have a couple foundations. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which is just like my favorite tried and true drugstore foundation. I usually always have one on hand, even though I don't use it that often. Like I said, I'm usually doing a moisturizer, but if I am doing a foundation, I usually use this mixed with something else since it is a little dark, or I just have like one that I switch out typically. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and I think I found this at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx since they're going out of business, but it still works for me, so I've been using this one up and probably gonna get another higher end one and have this on hand as well. Another thing that is just holding on for dear life is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. I love this stuff. I'm wearing it right now. It's kind of like a liquid highlighter. Obviously, this is in Prosecco Pop, so another classic Becca color, and I love it. It's just a perfect liquid highlight. The cap is broken. I've had it forever, but it's still not empty, so I use this a lot. More so when I'm doing foundation, and then when I have a moisturizer on, I use a like stick highlighter that I'll show you. I do have a miniature Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I usually don't use loose setting powder. I have like a pressed powder, but I have this in here obviously if I need it. I also have a pretty old bronzer that I'm just now discovering is broken. This is Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This is also an old classic. I feel like everyone used to use this, but since it's broken, I might have to get rid of this. I also never use it. It's more like an illuminating bronzer, and I have a more solid color that I use more often. I also have some blushes. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, another classic. I love this for a powder blush. This one works great. I'm usually using a cream blush actually, so I use more often the Milk Lip and Cheek Tint. So I use this pretty much every day on my lips and my cheeks until it runs out. And then when I'm not using that, I have a Merit Flush Balm. I think that's what these are called. It just says cheek color, but I'm pretty sure it's called a Flush Balm. This is in the color Beverly Hills. This is also really nice. They sent this to me, and it's very comparable to Milk. So I love these like liquid cream sticks for blush and lips, and I usually pull those the most often. I also have the Benefit Boing Concealer. I usually use this if I'm doing like spot treatment. I won't use this like under my eyes or anything, but it's good for like a spot concealer. Also have this forever, but still works great. A couple setting sprays. I have the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray 24-hour, and also Benefit Professional Super Setter. I feel like I always forget to even set my makeup with spray, but I have them if I need them. I have a few random eyeshadows. These I can maybe get rid of. It's a really old Wet n Wild and Ulta like glitter. I actually used to use these in dance in high school, but I figured I'd hold on to them if I wanted to do anything kind of like costumey, just because it's like a really thick high intensity glitter more than just a regular eyeshadow. And I have this other Morphe kind of highlight eyeshadow color. It's technically a highlighter, but it's a little dark. The High Impact highlighter, and I just hold on to this with my little compacts. I do have the NYX birthday palette. This is from many years ago. It does have nice colors, so I wanted to hold on to it in case I need another palette, just something handheld, but I never reach for this. It's obviously in the bottom of my bag. I also keep my eyelash curler in the center compartment, and that's everything in that section. I do have these back pockets where I keep some of those powders I was talking about. So I have the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. This is what I usually set my under eyes with. So it's more a pressed powder, but I use this every day. I also have a sample of Milk's Hydro Grip Primer. I actually need to use that because I ran out of my primer. For bronzer, I've been using the Bite Beauty Changemaker Flexible Coverage Pressed Powder, and I just got it in a really dark color and use it as a bronzer. Also, I think they're going out of business, so I'm sad because I really like this bronzer. And I also keep my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I've used this forever. They still sell it after like years and years, but it just has the powder on one side and the gel on the other. I just use this every day to fill in my brows. It's always worked great for me. Next, for my section of like concealers and face sticks and eyeshadows and mascaras, just because they all kind of fit together. I only have 2 mascaras right now. Sometimes I have a few on hand, but I don't know why I would, because I only use 1 or 2 at a time. This is also Bite's Full Volume Mascara. I really like this mascara, so again, I'm sad I probably won't be able to get it again. And I have a tiny Too Faced Better Than Sex, always a classic for this. Even though I don't think I like it as much as I used to, I've been using it recently, and it's kind of smudging, like I think it even is right now. Also from Merit, which the name like rubbed off, but this is one of their perfecting complexion sticks, and I also got this in a dark color and I use it as a contour stick. So again, I really love using the like cream contour as opposed to powder. Again, I like go over it with a bronzer powder usually, but I love using this to kind of sculpt and do contour every day. My everyday concealer has been the Becca Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer. Again, probably my last time getting this, but it just works great, and the one I had on hand. And the highlighting stick I was talking about is my Morphe Dimension Effect highlight stick. This is really great again if I'm using a CC cream or moisturizer, because it just kind of glides on and I can blend it in. So this is really good for on the go as well. So I have kind of a lot of lip products for someone who uses the same thing every day, but I just pulled out like all of my pencils. Some of these might be eyeliners, but I'll go through these. This is the Wet n Wild, I think it's just a regular eye pencil in taupe, and I've also used this for years. I used to use this on my eyebrows every day. I don't use it as much anymore, but I have it just in case. I also have an Ulta dual-ended eyeliner, just black and brown. I never use pencil eyeliner, but another, I guess, good to have. I have a couple NYX lip liners, which I do like. This is the Suede Matte Lip Liner in London, and this is my favorite kind of like peachy nude color. I use that a lot. And I also have this tiny one that's like almost gone. This is in nude beige, so it's a little bit more like brown tan, but also a great one. One product I like a lot is the Morphe lip crayon. So this is a little bit thicker than a lip liner. It's obviously more like a crayon, but I've bought these a few times and I really like them. They're super smooth, great color. This is in the color FOMO. So this is a little more pink than I usually use, but I really love this product. This is actually an eye color stick. This is Laura Mercier. I think I got this in like a Ulta or Sephora gift. It's just kind of like a shimmer shadow stick, which I don't really reach for, but I wanted to hold on to it. This is my everyday lip gloss. It's Bare Minerals something. Everything's worn off because this is actually pretty much empty, but I've been using this every day. I usually just switch out a lip gloss whenever I run out of one. And also in that same pocket, I keep my little sharpeners. So one's for lip pencils and one's for eye pencils. I think these are more like lipsticks, but I have a couple different colors just in case I want to switch it up. This is a Marc Jacobs miniature lipstick, or lip cream, I think. I barely use this, but it's kind of like a good regular pink color in case I ever want it, and I like Marc Jacobs. I also have a small Bite Beauty lipstick. This is in the color Shy. Again, going out of business, I guess, but this is also like a birthday gift. I think this is more like a lip balm, NARS Afterglow lip balm. So it's like a radiant, more like a nude brown color, which I like. And of course, everything NARS is great. This is a really old Clinique lipstick, and I think it's like a red color, yeah. So in case I do ever want more like of a red lipstick, I keep this on hand. An old classic MAC cream sheen lipstick. This is like the nudist lipstick I have. I wore this obviously when that was more a thing. I also forgot that I had this Buxom lipstick, so it's kind of like stained with other lip color, but another kind of similar mauve shade that's a really good lipstick too. And I also got from Merit one of their lip oils, which I think I'm going to start using this now that my lip gloss is finished. But this is a really nice kind of thick vivid color too. It's not really sheer, it has a nice wash to it. In this last little pocket, I actually have a liquid eyeliner. This is just the e.l.f. one that was always like the best. Of course, I used to do this when I did like winged eyeliner. Don't ever really do that anymore, but it's still good to have. I have a couple Ofra, I don't know if these are, liquid lipsticks, if anyone remembers Ofra. They're kind of like dark mauve colors. I don't ever really use this either because I'm not usually going for like a matte look like I used to, but also held on to these. Along with that, I have a ColourPop in an even darker kind of like purple color. Very 2016, but I obviously still have it in my makeup bag. And I also have this pretty old LA Colors lip gloss, just another something random, in case I run out of what I'm currently using. So that's actually everything that's in my makeup bag. Like I said, I really condensed everything a good amount. Some things I mostly use often, but again, some kind of random stuff that I wanted to hold on to just in case. I hope you enjoyed this kind of a look into my everyday items, maybe give you some ideas for your own makeup collection. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.